morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a little bit of a look at that Charizard tin, the one from Paldean Fates. Because, here's the thing, right? I totally said this was going to happen. But it's not like I was the only person that said this was going to happen. A lot of people called that this was going to happen, and it turns out it totally has. What am I talking about? Well, you see, in Paldean Fates, they gave us a set of 3 tins featuring shiny Pokemon. They're out now, incidentally. They came out when I was out in Liverpool. It was fun. And no, it was Dortmund, sorry. They came out when I was out in Dortmund. The set as a whole came out when I was in Liverpool. And there were 3 tins that were released. A Charizard tin, and then Great Tuscan Iron Treads. And look, I'm a big fan of Great Tuscan Iron Treads. Yeah, they're basically new versions or old versions of Donphan, depending how you look at it. They're beautiful, and I love them. And I think Great Tusk could be an interesting card, at least pre-rotation. But Charizard is Charizard, and as expected, when these are sent out as cases, I believe it's free, although I could be wrong, but they are sent out with an even number of Charizard Great Tuscan Iron Treads. And when I was in Dortmund, there were some, obviously, vendors selling cards at the venue, and what happened was that the Charizard sold out very quickly, but the Great Tuscan Iron Treads were fine. My lovely casting partner Freya actually managed to go very early on the Sunday, like right as the vendors started and the venue opened, and managed to grab herself one of the Charizard or Glurak tins in German, because we were in Dortmund, of course, and good for her. Everyone who got there super early will probably manage to get one, but you had to get there super early or else you missed out. Well, I was having a look at the Pokemon Center, as I tend to do on a very, very, very regular basis, and what I found was the Charizard tin is showed as sold out. Not out of stock, actual proper job sold out. And it's not like they've been out long. They came out on Friday the 9th of February. They were not exactly waiting very long. We've not been long, and they're gone. They are absolutely gone. And honestly, like I say, and I'm not the only one that called it, but I totally called that this was coming. So yeah, that's all right though, Wassy. That's just on the UK Pokemon Center. Surely on the US Pokemon Center, it's different. Well, no, obviously not. Obviously, it's sold out on the US Pokemon Center as well. And of course, you'll notice that in both places, the other 2 tins are doing just fine. This is not a Paldean Fates is selling out problem. This is a Charizard tin is selling out problem. And like I say, it was something that we kind of expected to see coming. It's not exactly a massive shock, but I am here to tell you that it has happened as expected. And if you want one of these Charizard tins, my advice is start searching. And we've seen time and again, Pokemon love restocking stuff lately. Past few years have been great for Pokemon going out of their way to restock stuff that's sold out. They're really good at it. It's like their special skill or something. But the fact of the matter is, we don't know exactly how and when these are going to be restocked. We don't know what numbers they're going to be. We don't know if they're going to be restocked. And it stands to reason they will be, because that's what Pokemon have done in the past few years, honestly. But the fact of the matter is, we don't know if the restock's coming. We don't know when the restock's coming. We don't know how big the restock is going to be. And I'm not saying panic, but I absolutely am saying be aware of this. Get on this sooner rather than later if you're interested. Great Tuscan Iron Treads, don't worry about it, mate. It's fine. You're going to find them everywhere. You will not struggle for them. The Paldean Fates tins as a whole, easy. The Charizard tin, not so much. Here's the thing, though. They are still out there. Now, one of the weirdest ones for me, and this is super duper weird, Hamleys. For those of you that don't know Hamleys or London, Hamleys is basically the super duper fancy toy shop where everything's really expensive. Great toy shop. And if you ever go to London, make sure you drop into Hamleys. It's brilliant. And they've got lots of giant toys and models and statues that you can pose with. There's lots of people whose job is literally to stand around and play with toys so you can go and see what the toys are. It's a great toy shop. Not known for being cheap. But right now, it's in stock. Or is it? And this is something I need to caution you about, because I googled Paldean Fate's Charizard tin. And I followed the link, and I got to here with the picture of Charizard there. But please note, it's an assortment pack. One will be supplied and picked at random. That's a 1 in 3 chance, but it's not exactly perfect. Whereas something like Zatu Games, for instance, they actually are selling, and this is specifically the Charizard, and look, they've knocked a single penny off, so they can say it's on sale, which, I'm sorry, that's just a little bit cheeky, but you know what, I'm willing to forgive them because they've actually got the Charizard tin in stock. And if you're in the UK and you're looking for one of these, Zatu is one of the few places that still just has it in stock, and I would recommend trying it out. There are other places that have it in stock, but be very, 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 very careful that you are buying the Charizard and you're not buying an assortment of them. Now, as I record this in the UK, it's actually in stock on Amazon for £20. Now, this is the portrait version, not landscape, so it comes with 4 packs rather than 5, but it's there for 20 quid. And that's retail. And it's free postage. Well, it's free postage if you got Prime, obviously. And yeah, this is not too shabby. Oh no, I want to buy one of these. There's a chance I buy one of these the second I finish making this video. The point is, there are still some out there. But if you have a look at eBay, for instance, and eBay's always a really good place to look, because if something is readily available, it will be very easy to find on eBay. If it's starting to get expensive on eBay, that's basically telling us it's getting harder to find. And if we have a look on eBay, it's like $45. That is not retail. They are already being scalped over on eBay. On eBay, you won't find them for a reasonable price. You won't find them for, RRP. They're sold out on the Pokémon Center. There are still some stores that have them in stock. I've shown you 2 in the UK. You might find it in some places, but you need to try and be quick. Because if you're not quick, this is only going to get worse as we go. Now, the good news is we might actually see the Great Tuscaned Iron Treads tins. They might actually start plummeting in value, which would be kind of funny. And give us some nice bargains to be picking up, because everybody just wants a Charizard. But if it's a promo you're after, the promo is not that expensive. It's like $5-6 on TCG Player. So don't go spending loads of money on the promo. The promo is pretty readily available. It's just a lot of people are buying it because they want the tin, they want the Charizard tin, or they want it sealed for their collection, or whatever. But look, the deal is this. It's not that it is 100% sold out literally everywhere and impossible to find. The deal is that it's sold out quick on the Pokémon Center online, both UK and in the US. And you're not finding it for retail over on eBay. And when you put all of this together, it basically tells us that this is selling out and getting hard to find. I've seen it in person at Dortmund Regionals. I've seen it on the Pokémon Center, I've seen it on eBay, and like I've said, eBay is always a good barometer. Stuff that is readily available is available below RRP on eBay. And if you cannot get it cheap on eBay, that means it is generally getting pretty difficult to find elsewhere. You have been warned, and now it's over to you guys. If you're looking for one of these, good luck to you. If you're in the UK, I've told you a couple places you can pick up both versions of the tin, but now it really is over to you guys. Tell me if you're interested in this, tell me if you've picked it up, tell me if you're planning to pick it up, tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely Dingus, who apparently is not the same as Dingus Flingus. 2 people joined the Discord on basically the same day with that name, and that amuses me. Shout out to them for the support, for seemingly being lovely, and for joining us. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.